I'm here with our head coach, Co Michelson at NNU Men's Soccer, to talk about our 2013 recruiting class.
Yeah, we're really excited about this group that we have coming in this year. We've put a lot of time and energy into these guys. We obviously had a good season this past year, being second place in the GNAC, and obviously our goal is to build on from there and reach that next level. We just narrowly missed out on the national tournament, and that's something that stung a bit and that has stuck with our guys. So for us, it's all about getting just a bit better and reaching that next level because we know we're close, and so that's a real burning goal. And so everything that we did was primarily with that in mind. What do we need to take this group, this core we have returning, to the next level? And at the moment we have 11 signed players. We're anticipating a couple more in the coming weeks as well. We have 6 transfers, 5 freshmen. And so I guess just starting with the freshmen, Kevin Field is an outside back, plays for the Boise National Soccer Club. I've coached him for the last few years. Top team, and his teammate Lane Liston comes from the same team. Lane's a defensive midfielder, and the two of them have been consistent starters on that group that has been to the Far West Regional Final and Far West Regional Semifinals over the last 3 years. Kevin brings a lot of bite and a lot of toughness as an outside back. He can attack out of the back, lots of pace, tough as nails. And Lane is just a very smart, solid player sitting in the midfield. He understands his role. He's good technically. He's a big, strong kid, and he has a lot of upside. He gets better each and every year. So the two of them also, they know how to win. They've won tons of state cups and they've advanced at regionals, so they're an exciting couple of guys to bring in. Ryan Fu is a goalkeeper from Sporting Santa Clara out of San Jose, and we're really excited to get him in. Bringing in a freshman goalkeeper to play alongside Alfredo was an important thing for us, looking both into this year and also into the future. So he's played in Far West Regionals, he's played in state cups, he's played at the top level in one of the top clubs out of Northern California. He was the MVP of his sectional tournament, and defensively, and he's won at the top level, high school, club, regionals, you name it. And he's got a lot of ability, very good shot stopper, reads the game well, understands the game, and we're really excited about Ryan. Marshall Hartley is an attacking midfielder slash wide player. Very, very clean technical player, I think, is the defining feature of Marshall. He's from Vancouver, Washington, plays for Westside Metros across the river there in Portland, and has had a very successful high school and club career, and I think is a very versatile player, very smart player, very clean technical player, are the defining attributes that Marshall brings in. Colin Raymond is the fifth of the 5 recruits. He's kind of been a utility player. At first, when we recruited him, he was playing primarily outside back, but more recently with his club team out of the Sacramento area, he's been playing as a striker. He was a captain on his high school team. So like these other guys, I think we have all 5 of these guys were captains on their high school team. So Colin, like the others, brings that leadership that is important in the program. He's got a lot of pace and a lot of versatility and a lot of upside, so we're looking forward to getting Colin in as well. Moving on to the transfers, center back was a key place for us, losing Stephen Marshall to graduation. And so we've got 2 transfers coming in. Daniel Day is from Chemeketa, where he was a captain. They're one of the top programs in the NWAC, and Daniel has been a leader and an all-star within the NWACs over the last few years. He's got a bunch of pace and athleticism. He's a very good covering player. He's exceptional in the air. He's a very strong leader and a very, very high character guy. Alongside him, we've also got Juan Perez. Juan has an exceptional resume. Juan comes from LA Harbor College, a 2-year school down in LA. He's a first-team all-conference, first-team all-region player in one of the most difficult community college regions in all of the United States. He's a captain at LA Harbor, and previous to LA Harbor, he was for 2 years a captain in the LA Galaxy Academy, and 1 year a captain within the SoCal Academy. So a very strong leader, a very strong technical player with a very high IQ. So we're excited to add those 2 at the back. In the attack, out of the same area from Irvine Valley College, we've got Freddie Razzo and Brandon Mulhall, who were strikers, pretty prolific strikers for Irvine Valley, not this past year, but the 2 years prior to that. Freddie was the second leading scorer out of over 80 schools within the CCCAA 2 years ago, and Brandon led his conference in assists. So the two of them were quite a strong striking partnership. They both have exceptional club backgrounds, playing for some of the top clubs, Irvine Strikers, Patty Adori's clubs such as that in the area prior to going to Irvine Valley. But these two are game changers in the attack, and the fact that they play together. We've got a great creator, and we've got a great goal scorer, and we're really excited about Brandon and Freddie coming up top. The last two are four-year transfers. Ian Ward and Mark Watson are transfers from Pacific University, a good D3 program out of the Portland area, and they've both got 2 years remaining as well. Ian is a very strong player. He's a very athletic player, and he's a guy with a very, very high character. He works his tail off, and I know he'll do everything he can to have an impact here. And oftentimes guys that bring that attitude in are guys that do well. He's a defender. He can play across the back, and he grew up playing for Washington Premier, so he has a good club background as well. And then lastly, we've got Mark, who's a wide player primarily, can also play as a striker, attacking midfielder. So he's a versatile attacking player. Grew up playing club ball in Portland at a very high level, and went on to Pacific, where he was one of their top players, one of the top players in the Northwest Conference this last year as a sophomore. So these are guys that we know can come in and have an immediate impact, and obviously with 6 transfers, that's what we're looking for. Are guys who can come in and have an immediate impact, in addition to 5 freshmen who can come in to fight for spots and contribute right away, but also give us a good, bright future in the long term. So we're excited about these 11 guys and a few that we're yet to add, and we look forward to seeing them on the field this fall.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.